Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Lena. Welcome back to another video. First, let me start by saying that if in the next few videos I look a little bit weird, it's probably because I'm just taking a new medication for pain and it's just making me feel like so dizzy sometimes, so probably my brain is going slower than usual, so probably that. Don't be scared, it's just for the pain in my head, nothing serious. Today I have for you a book review, actually 2 book reviews, because I have finally found a 5-star book. Well, actually 2 5-star books. One of them I finished yesterday and I don't know if it just got me in the perfect mood or I don't know why, but I ended up and it was just like 5 stars. I wasn't even going to give it that at first, but it was just like, it's good. This is good. So let's just get started with them. We have HENCH and PAWN'S GAMBIT. Is this a Resident Evil? Probably not. But let's just start with HENCH. So HENCH I finished a couple of days ago, and this is by Natalie, Zina, Walchots. This book, man, it was fucking glorious. Like, damn, I listened to this one as an audiobook, the other one I read physically, but this one. Let me tell you a bit of what it's about first. Imagine this world where heroes and villains are just like a common thing. People are getting tested for superpowers constantly and such. So we have Anna, our main character, and she works as a hench, meaning she basically does like minor stuff for villains in a temporary agency. Yeah, this is a thing here. One day she's just asked to be just standing right side of a villain who has just kidnapped a child. It's just like, okay, I'll just stand here. She was asked to stay there basically and just pretend, you know, just standing there. And then one of the heroes, Super Collider, comes in, basically almost kills every hench in the scene, and she cripples her. So she goes into this quest thinking perhaps heroes cost more than they save, because she starts comparing them to catastrophes, when there's a hurricane, a tsunami, things like that. So she realizes that heroes are actually the bad ones, kinda. And it's just great. She goes into this journey of basically destroying them, but with subtle things. For example, they literally, on her words, she's just going to fuck with them. She just makes them like embarrass themselves in public and things like that. It's amazing. It's such a good like twist on the heroes and supervillains trope. We usually follow heroes, and when we follow villains, they're always like immensely powerful, but Anna doesn't have powers. She's just like good with numbers. That's her thing. She's kind of an accountant, secretary, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, mostly an accountant, and she's really good with data overall. So she is just such a breath of fresh air, because she is literally just using her brain and her abilities to just debilitate the heroes. It's just such a good take. I now understand the comparison with The Boys. Like, I get it 100%, but still, this took me by surprise so much, because I really thought that we were going to follow just like a villain or a hero. Following someone without powers in a world where powers are just the norm. It was fucking great, I'm not going to lie. Leviathan, who is like the #1 super villain, was a super interesting character also, but mostly Anna. Anna brings this story forward, and she is the story. She is fantastic. We have a lot of LGBT plus representation in this one, a lot of like mixed things here. It's just so good, man. I hate talking about books that I love, because I'm just like, they're so good. They're incredible. It was fantastic. Let me tell you something, it also felt realistic, which doesn't really makes much sense, but it felt really realistic, really grounded. That's what I meant. The way that there's a kidnapped here, and the way that it is described, I don't know, it felt real. And also the whole situation it's bizarre, but at the same time it's just like, yeah, with social media and everything like that, you can really attack someone by going for that route. And it's just so cool, man. Pick up a hench. It's amazing. I just don't want to tell you anything else about the plot because it's so cool. There's a little twist at the end. Amazing, amazing, you know. Hell, all villains, it's amazing. Like the whole concept of the henchman just being replaceable and heroes being just like, oh, I'm just going to throw him across the room. I don't care if he dies. He's one of the bad guys, who cares? But it's actually just, you know, people who are trying to get a job. It's just so cool, man. I'm going to read anything by this author from now on. I don't believe that we could have like a sequel to this. Like, I know it won't have like the same amount of just like cool stuff in there, like surprising stuff, but still wish we have more, wish we had more. But yeah, really, overall this has great characters, this has a great premise, it's just great. Overall, it's just such a great story. It's a standalone, you don't lose anything by trying this, but please do, it's just so good. Thank you so much to the subscriber who recommended this to me. Thank you a lot. You gave me now one of my new favorite books. I know that it was one of that it was your favorite book of last year. I get it. I get it. Thank you so much. So yesterday I finished Pawn's Gambit by Rolf J. Hayes. And man, this was even better than Never Die. So let's just settle it in and let me tell you what this one is about real quick. So the gods, every 100 years, they basically celebrate this contest to figure out who's going to sit on the Jade Throne for the next 100 years. So now the god of war is the king of the gods, basically. And we're going to follow Natsuko, who is the god of lost things and missed opportunities. She really wants to take down Batu because, you know, God of War. The world has been really fucked with war over the last 100 years. And to defeat Batu, basically each god that wants to enter this contest has to choose a champion of the human world. This champion has to find these different relics that the gods basically use to get into the contest. They are really important things to them. So yeah, it's basically kind of a journey from different locations, trying to find these different artifacts. And our main character is Yu, who is an strategist. Actually, her name, her like hero name, her legend name is The Art of War, which is amazing. She's such a cool character, dude. Like, man. The best thing about this book, in my opinion, is that it's really engaging from page one. There's not like a second here where you are just bored or the pacing is weird. It's just like filled with action almost from page one. You get like a kind of a more slow beginning because, you know, Natsuko has to convince you to help her. Basically, you accepts being her champion so she can get her lost prince back. She used to be the strategist for this prince called the Steel Prince, and he died basically because of her, so she's been feeling really guilty over these years and she just wants him back. That gave it like a really emotional tone that I wasn't expecting. Never Died had like some snippets here and there of more of an emotional tone, you know, but this one felt really heavy with emotions, especially the end. I won't say that I almost cried, but it made me feel so bad. Like the ending made me feel so bad. It was like a feeling of betrayal that made me lose my shit for a bit. I was just like, how dare you? How fucking dare you? Again, as in Never Die, this is more of an adventure novel. Don't go in here just looking for a book that will change your life. This is such a fun ride. There's the perfect amount of magic here. Here it's called a technique, immortal technique. That's the name of the series. Basically, everyone can learn a technique, but some of them are basically family techniques, so you can teach them to someone. Sometimes you can get a technique granted to you and spontaneously appear. That's really weird, but it can also happen. There's a lot. Basically, the technique works with Qui energy, and that's it. That's the explanation for the magic system, but it's neither a novel that relies too heavy on the magic system. A couple of characters are really powerful, I show here, but some of them are just powerful because of machines. It also has like a real steampunk tone, and some of them are really powerful because of their family techniques, which is super cool. Ju's technique is amazing. She can basically carve figures and bring them to life. Super cool. Such a great like reflection of her power as a strategist. That's her technique. It's just so cool. This book is so cool. Not a single character here felt like boring or unlikable. They were all like either really cool or really just like likable, like, oh my god, I'm going to protect you, my little himbo. Something like that. It was really, really good. Overall, again, best part of this, that ending, it broke my fucking soul yesterday. I had like almost 200 pages left yesterday and I ate them all because I needed to know how it will end. Like, damn. And there were like really many clues throughout the novel about the ending, but I didn't catch them. I don't know why. I'm usually really good at getting that, but it wasn't until, I don't know, less than 20 pages for the end that I was just like, wait a second, what is she saying? If you're looking for extreme, like, great analytical writing, this is not going to be for you. Again, this is just a straight to the point fun read. So if you want to have a great time, I would highly recommend that you read PAWN'S GAMBIT. Again, I gave both of these books 5 stars. They might be both 4.5, maybe. Still, they were so good, both of them, that I just don't fucking care. It's been so much time since I gave a book 5 stars. Also, if you want to start with Robert J. Hayes, I would really recommend that you try Never Die. If you want to be a monster and start with PAWN'S GAMBIT, go ahead. They are both companion novels. There are, I believe, some characters were mentioned here that appeared in Never Die. I might be making this up, but Flaming Fists, didn't he show up in Never Die? I really need to check that. I'm also really thinking about rereading Never Die to see if I like it more the next time around, even though I really, really like it the first time. But man, PAWN'S GAMBIT and HENCH. Highly recommend both of these books. Science fiction, fantasy, kind of steampunky. This one, the first one didn't feel that steampunk, but this one, there's an agent here that is really advanced technologically, and it gave me 100% steampunk vibes. But yeah, I know this is all over the place. As I've told you, my mind is not really working well these days. But yeah, this is basically me gushing about 2 of my new favorite books because they are frankly amazing. Highly recommend that you check out both of them. If you have any recommendations that are similar to any of these 2, please let me know. And also, have you read any of these? Because please also let me know down in the comments below so we can gush about them together. But yeah, as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye!